Deadpool 2. So Deadpool 2 stars Ryan Reynolds again as Deadpool, only this time he's taken a lot different of a role than he did in the first movie. In this one, his goal is to save a kid from Cable, who's played by Josh Brolin, and he makes a team called the X-Force, which is consistent of Domino, as well as a bunch of other people who, let's be honest, I mean, they're just there, it seems like. I mean, nah, they're not necessarily just there. They all have specific names and they all have a purpose, but we'll get into that a little later. This movie was actually really, really good. I thought it was really funny. I liked what they did with Deadpool's character in this movie, of how he had more of a purpose than he did in the first one. The first one was more of a revenge tale. The second one is more of an actual hero's tale, which is what a lot of people, or in this case me, wanted to follow. Going back to Ryan Reynolds over here, I like the way that he portrays Deadpool throughout this movie and the last movie. This movie in particular, it seemed, because it goes back to he had a meaning, he had a purpose in this movie rather than just get revenge. I mean, again, it goes back to he had a meaning in the first one, but in this one, he had more of a specific role. Now, Cable over here, he had more of a role that I wasn't expecting to see, because in the comics he was the good guy, but it showed in this movie as he played the antagonist, which threw me off a little bit because I know he's from the future and stuff like that, but in everything that is, Cable, he's a good guy that's in the future who helps Deadpool and all his stuff. So seeing him play the role as the antagonist through the movie was weird. Josh Brolin did an amazing job as Cable in this movie, and I loved everything that he did about it, including just the intensity that was Cable. Now, again, we'll go back to the X-Force. I thought the X-Force was actually really good in this movie. There was Bill Skarsgård, Terry Crews, and Peter. No real name inserted. I mean, there was a lot more than just them. I mean, there was also Domino in this movie. I'm not exactly sure who she was played by, per se. I should have looked that up a little bit beforehand. But I will say this. Her role in this movie was very important and very big. And the way that she played Domino was not what I was expecting. But I loved it. I really did. I liked what this movie did with the characters, and especially the character development throughout. There was a lot of references in this movie that, you could have missed some of them if you didn't really understand the first movie or, any references beforehand. But there was a lot of references in this movie, one in which calling Cable Thanos, because, they both are played by the same person. Cable, Thanos, Josh Brolin. That was interesting to see, though, with all the references in this movie. It was very funny. There was actually a good amount of, suspenseful moments and moments where there wasn't necessarily humor and more focused on what the real story was behind. And it was a lot more of a different tone than I was expecting it to be, because in the manner of a Deadpool movie, I mean, there was a lot of comedy in this movie, like there should be in a Deadpool movie, but there was also a lot of not so much comedy as well, and focused on some serious stuff in the manner too, which I did enjoy. All in all, I mean, this movie was, really good. There's not much that I can say about it without spoiling much about the movie, other than the fact that, all the acting was amazing in this movie. I did like some of the references in it. There was some moments where it seemed like it could have been shorter. There were some scenes that I felt could have been shorter throughout the movie. But, I mean, overall, I enjoyed this movie. I'm going to give Deadpool 2 an A-. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, you guys are huge support for this channel and everything that it stands for. Because of you guys, I'm able to, continue making videos and stuff, and I, enjoy doing it. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, this is Pop Culture Critics, signing off.